What's going on, everyone? It's time for action, adventure, sci-fi creature feature film review. Today we're going to talk about Elevation. It was released November 8th, 2024. It's directed by George Nolfi, who did films like The Adjustment Bureau, The Banker, Birth of the Dragon, and The Bourne Ultimatum. This had a budget of $3.6 million. So this is about a group of people in a secluded um, elevated town where some alien creatures which came to invaded the earth and stuff starts attacking people and stuff, and they can't go above 18,000 feet or something like that. So yeah, they have to stay elevated to survive. But amongst this, a group of people decide to go down below and try to find a certain spot that this one guy knows of where there's more rations and things like that. So they go, and they end up encountering these monsters and have to fight for survival. This was an interesting, odd film. It felt a lot like A Quiet Place, and the silence and stuff like that. It does have some interesting creatures in it and stuff. Some really good action scenes with the creatures. CGI is this effect, the special effects and everything looks really good in this. It was shot really well too. There's some really nice scenic shots in this. And the cinematography is really good. The music's not too bad. It complements pretty decently. The biggest flaw is the story and the characters. The story is a dime a dozen type of monster film. It's been done to death, and there's nothing really new with this. But it makes it even worse when there's terrible characters in it. Like, the acting's okay, but if you don't have characters to get behind, it's really hard to sit through a movie and try to hope for the best for them, you know? So the characters are paper thin in this. They give you just enough so you know what they're trying to do and get them into those scenarios where if they thought it out a lot more, it would have probably been a little bit more cohesive and better, because you could tell they were hoping to make more, because the cliffhanger ending in this was actually pretty inventive and pretty cool, but they're not going to do anything with it if you don't have strong characters. In this case, you don't. And then when you have a basic story that's pretty much a carbon copy of other films, A Quiet Place and stuff, then you got to figure it out. And there's the scenarios they got put into is pretty basic too. Like, half of it's them stuck in a cave, like The Descent, and it was just like, come on, do something somewhat different, make it a little more different. It's like they took the good things of like War of the Worlds, the one with Tom Cruise, and A Quiet Place, films like that, and just smashed it all together, which is normal for modern films these days. That's why majority of modern films are shit, to be honest. So I obviously did not really like this movie. I thought it was pretty pointless and boring, and overall it wasn't that good. Besides some really good cinematography, some decent looking CG, and some okay acting, there's not really much else to go for this. So I'm going to give Elevation probably a 2. That's a generous 2 out of 5. So yeah, if you do want to check it out, I'm not sure where it's streaming or anything, but I'll link the trailer down below, so you guys check that out. Also, link down below is mainstream, so I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. Just put the film title in there and some fun fact or history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below, Derek P. Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films, and my Twitter's down below. Reviews up, just go Derek. So follow me on those platforms, stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share it so more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully we find something weird, obscure, and odd that I probably never thought of checking out together. And also so you hear my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell, because the next film we're going to do is a vampire horror thriller called Bleeding. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those crazy monsters that either come from outer space or they might just be man-made. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.